Here you go. Hey, hey, we made it. It's so great. It's so great to see everybody out there tonight. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to the Ruby Girl Talk. I am so excited to be seeing everybody here. Thank you, thank you, thank you once again. I am excited as always because my guest is phenomenal, dynamic, over the top, awesome. Yes, Miss Kizzy McCray-Sheppard. I am so excited that she took a moment out of her busy schedule to come and talk to us tonight. So, one thing I want you to do if you're out there, feel free to give us hearts that show us that you love us and make sure you share. So, Miss Kizzy, how are you this evening?
Hello, 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 everyone. I am well. Thank you so much, Karen, for having me here on the Ruby Girl Talk show.
I am so excited that you are here on the Ruby Girl Talk Show. You looking very lovely this evening.
Oh,
Maybe I should have stepped it up a little bit, put on a blazer and a hat and everything, but we're gonna let you shine tonight.
you always step it up, Karen. I love the necklace that you have on with the heel.
Hey,
Yes.
we stepping it up for real, girl. So, hey, what I want you to do, and you probably already doing it, is going on my page, find this video, share it so that your people can also see it too. So, if you out there, do the same thing that Kizzy is doing, share it because it shows that you care. And so, I want to just tell y'all just a little bit about Ruby Girl. So, Ruby Girl is actually my brand. The name of my company is His Designs LLC. So we're creatively bringing Christ to the nation through the brand of Ruby Girl. Ruby Girl comes from Proverbs 31 and 10. Who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above the price of a ruby? That makes you rare, virtuous, and ladies, certainly valuable. I say it all the time, an empowered woman is a woman who knows her worth and her value. So I need you to go to rubygirl.net, connect with me, get in your Ruby Girl t-shirt, y'all. Look, you got to represent being a Ruby Girl. You can say it, you can write it, but you need to show the world. When I tell you, when people see the Ruby Girl shirt, it's a conversation. What's a Ruby Girl? Boom. There you go. Your opportunity to witness. So not only is it sharing empowerment, but it's also sharing Christ. So go to rubygirl.net. Now, I want you to know that this Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a Black Friday sale. I'm going to have some products that I'm going to be selling. I'm going to give you kind of like a day by day drop of it. But Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join me on my page because I'm going to have some nice deals for you for Black Friday. And so every Thursday is Ruby Girl Day. So I know today is this Thursday is Thanksgiving. That's okay. You can still rock your Ruby Girl shirt on Thanksgiving. So let me show you the shirt of the month. I'm gonna be the model. All right. So it's gold and red. It's gold and red, just in time for the holiday season. So you want to get your shirt of the month only because it's only for the month. So, all right, y'all, rubygirl.net. So, all right, Miss Kizzy, I need you to introduce yourself to those that's out there watching.
Hello, 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 everyone. I am Kizzy McCray-Sheppard, the Limitless Thought Leader. I am also a minister, a wife, a mother, a daughter, an author, three-time author come this Sunday, transformational speaker, and coach. And I'm also a nurse practitioner.
That is awesome, Kizzy. You're doing a lot.
To
But we're
God be
gonna
the glory.
Yes, but you know what? The thing I like is that we're going to talk about your balance because a lot of time, a lot of women, and we know a lot of women that are really out there making it happen, they have a lot on their plate, but they learn how to balance it. And some women have not learned how to balance it. But I thank God that you're here tonight to help us get the right amount of balance because we're wives, like you said, we're daughters, we're mothers, we're a lot of roles but we got to have the energy and the health to do those roles. So Kizzy, so we
Absolutely.
actually met. We was trying to figure out how we actually met. We know we met at the Sean Fair Leadership Tour. So I hear that you're speaking at the Sean Fair Leadership Tour in 2023. Now tell us about how you became connected to Sean. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Yes, I have indeed been invited back to the March 2023 Limitless LET Leadership Experience Tour in Michigan, in Detroit, Michigan area. I connected with Sean Fair during the pandemic. And he and I have a mutual acquaintance. It was Dr. Bridget. I met her through Black Nurses Rock many, many, many years ago. And she reached out to me. And when she reached out to me, I said, okay, I'm going to do this. And I was a little hesitant about even meeting with him and doing the intake process because it was on my anniversary. And my husband was like, no, you're going to do it. And then we'll go and celebrate afterwards. So I met Sean virtually first before actually connecting with him. And I did the tour back in March of 2021. And Sean is absolutely an extraordinary individual. He's so integral. And that's what I love about Sean and the whole LET family, because that's exactly what he's created, a family.
I love that. You're right. It's a family. It's like I came and spoke after you. You spoke in March, I came in June. And so in June, when I was finished speaking, the thing that made me sad was like I probably won't see them again unless I speak again. I felt like I was disconnecting from family, but he came up with so many different things to keep us connected. And you're right. So for those out there that's thinking about taking your business to the next level, wondering how you can take your business to the next level, if you are a speaker, the Sean Fair Leadership Experience Tour is the #1 stage for aspiring speakers, because Sean gives, not only does he give you a chance, but he also trains you and coaches you. And when I tell you it's the most wonderful experience of your life, I lie to you not. It was life-changing for me. And I'm quite sure, Kizzy, it had to be life-changing for you because you came back. So I know from speaking that first time, all the women that you're speaking, I mean, that you wrote your next book with, they all was a part of LET too.
Yes. So from the Leadership Experience Tour, a lot of different arms kind of birthed out and just kind of grew. I like to think about LET as being an octopus. And so Sean created an octopus, and everything that comes from it, we're just the arms of the octopus. So yes, it did create a family, and all of us have branched off and did other things. And then we keep connecting back to the head, which is LET. And for me, Sean helped me expand on my God-given gift, because I had been speaking prior, but I wasn't speaking at the magnitude that I could be. And so therefore, when I connected with him, he took me to the next level that I needed to go to.
I agree. It's like he has a next level anointing.
Mhm.
Because it's like once you connect with Sean Fair, you're definitely going to the next level. So let's talk about, after you did the Sean Fair tour, you started your own event. It's called a Tea Treat. So can I say what T stand for?
Oh, go right on ahead.
Okay,
Yes.
let me see if I can
Share.
do it. Let me see if I can do it like a professional speaker like you. Transforming from limited to limitless possibilities now. E, educating, elevating, eliminating doubts and encouraging. A, all sisters. Self-care is a priority. I hope I did it okay.
You did an excellent job, Karen.
So tell us about the tea tree.
So the Limitless Self-Care Tea Treat is an annual event that I have in Gainesville, Florida. But the great thing about it, this year was year 2, and year 3, we are moving. I've listened to all of the ladies who've come in, and we've taken everything in, and the team and I have met, and we are moving it to Atlanta for 2023. So get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. But the Limitless Self-Care Tea Tree is a premium event for women that focuses on self-care. It's a time for you to reset, relax, and to exhale. And we offer, like I said, the premium experience. You have massages, you have self-care stations, you have great, phenomenal international speakers that hone in on self-care. We're transparent. We share our experiences and we help to develop you so that you will be better when you leave. And everything that happens at the tea treat stays at the tea treat, honey. But we are next level with the tea treat, definitely next level. And this year we formed a sister circle. And now they're connected and sisters will be praying for sisters throughout the year. I've prayed about the things that I do, and it's just a phenomenal experience. Like I said, the tea treat did not exist before. God downloaded it in me.
Wow. So it was after you spoke on the tour that he downloaded it into you?
No. It was before I spoke on the
Okay.
tour.
Okay. Did the tour kind of give you some connections? Because I know some of the women that you met at the tour, they came down and they did support your first tea tree.
So the tour connected me with other individuals. That is correct. And I'm able to tap into other resources that I would not have been able to tap into to have come here to Gainesville. And but the women who come are from around the United States. They fly in from everywhere just to be a part of the Limitless Self-Care Tea Tree.
That's amazing, especially for this just to be, your second year. It's not like you've been doing it 5 years, but this was just your second year. So that says a lot about the retreat, that the women that came the first time, they had to go out and share their experience so well that other women like, I want a part of it when she does it again. So that says a lot about your professionalism, how you run your events, and the quality. Like you said, premium. I like that.
Yes.
Premium event.
It is, and where you said that the ladies, we had one lady who came last year, and this year she brought 7 other people with her and this year's event was a 2-day event, whereas last year was a 1-day event. Friday was the ultimate unwind, where we did mocktails and we had some painting going on and vision casting and meditation, you name it. It is, when I tell you, the ultimate, the premium experience, it really is.
Oh, wow. Well, I hope I'll be able to attend next year. I would love to attend. I would love to support you. So I'm speaking it that I'll be able to attend. I plan on traveling next year. 2023 is the year of me. That's for all you ladies out there, Kizzy. 2023 is the year of me. And sometimes we forget about me because we're so busy concentrating on everybody else but us. We're like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But what makes us think that we don't need that same love and care that we pour out to everybody else? So I'm glad that you have created that tea treat because it's needed. We as women, we give, and then we feel bad when people give into us or even tell us to rest. We even feel guilty when they're like, girl, take care of you. How are we going to help others if we have not been recharged? So I get it. The tea treat, ladies, is a time for you to be recharged for the whole year. So make sure you note it in your mind and on your calendar, and I'll have you back before then so you can talk about the event and so that you can promote it so more of these ladies can come out and support you. And it's a premium. I love that. Premium event. I might steal it, but I just love that word. When you think of premium, I think of gas, and I think of premium as the best gas that you could get that extends the life of your car. And so this tea treat is going to extend some of these women life. They probably needed to unwind and needed to be taught how to relax and just enjoy life. So let's talk about all these experiences are basically linked to you starting your business, limitless possibilities now. Now, tell us about your business and the purpose of it, and how do you help women stretch? And if you want to share your story you know, how resting and relaxation became important to you, you're welcome to do it.
Okay. Thank you, Karen.
Hmm.
So it was about 2016 when I first started hearing God tell me limitless possibilities now, limitless possibilities now. I didn't understand quite what he was saying. I thought he was saying limitless possibilities now because at the time I was in school and I'm like, oh yeah, I have limitless possibilities now. Nothing's holding me back. You know, I've tapped into you, God. I hear you. And so I was like doing hashtag limitless possibilities now if I did a little post. And I thought that's what it was. And then I started hearing more. And it was about 2018. I said, okay, well, let me just go ahead and claim the domain name. So I claimed the domain name, but never never quite moved into what he was telling me. And then here comes 2020. We all know the pandemic happened, right? But the pandemic didn't just happen for me. 2020, March of 2020, at the end of March of 2020, that was like my wake up call. Like just God was just had to give me that shake. And that shake for me was being in a trauma bay where I literally, life was being drained from me. It's a very long story, but I will just tell you that God kept me here for a reason. So as this trauma team is working on me to stabilize me for the OR, and I'm being pressure bagged all these units of blood to stabilize me, a gentleman comes over who is a nurse, and I absolutely love him, who has a mohawk in the spiky mohawk in the top of his head, the least likely individual, as they are they're getting this blood in me, they're transfusing me, rapid transfusing. He begins to sing nothing but the blood of Jesus. And that gave me the peace because I couldn't do what I needed to do for me. I couldn't speak. I was just like, I was in, I was out, I was fading because I was literally losing my life. So after that experience and finding out everything that actually transpired, to know that I lost over 3 liters of blood, to know that my blood pressure was 50/30s on an A line, to know it and have the medical experience, to know that God kept me here for such a time as this. And so now it was time for me to truly walk in limitless possibilities now. God had already downloaded all these things in me. I was helping people, but I was limiting how much I help people. It was just a little here, but as far as the coaching piece, I would coach a little here. Someone would call me, I'll go do it, but I didn't fully walk in it. And I thought I was living in limitless possibilities now, but I wasn't, because as other people were calling me for this, I'll do a little bit here, do a little bit there. Then I'm in a mom, I'm wife, I'm daughter, I'm running around, I'm doing stuff in ministry, I'm going to school. I wasn't taking care of me, because we as women always think, oh, I can't, it's so selfish if I take care of me. But honey, I tell women, let me tell you, it's okay to be selfish, because if you're not selfish to take care of you, you can't be selfless to take care of others. People always want to say that, they want to make it seem bad because you're in self-care, and like, oh no, self-care isn't selfish. It is. It has a selfish component. But the component is just like putting your oxygen mask on first. If you can't put your oxygen mask on first, you can't help your child who's sitting next to you on a plane. So it's the same thing. And we as women, we're walking around with all these holes. I like to look at us as a cup or a mug per se. People say you can't pour out of an empty cup or a half full cup, but I like to tell you that you can't pour out a damaged vessel, because we're walking around with little cracks and we're trying to pour. You're losing everything that's in you because you're walking around with little cracks. Let's stop thinking about you can't pour out of an empty vessel. You can't pour out of one that's cracked either, sister. So we have to live in limitless possibilities. And the only way to live in limitless possibilities in life and in business and to level up is to take care of you. You have to incorporate the self-care piece. So limitless possibilities now was born out of what transpired for me, but I needed that wake-up call, because if I didn't have that wake-up call in March of 2020, I would not have connected with Sean Fair. I would not have wrote my first book, Be Limitless, Trusting God's Plan. I would not have moved forward and started the Limitless Self-Care Tea Tree. I would not have moved forward and fully walked into my coaching, which is Limitlessly You Coach. And I would have never walked fully into that to help women birth what God has given them, because there's so many of women that are not living their limitless potential. And that is simply what I do. I pinpoint those things that are possibly, not just possibly, that are stifling your limitless potential. And we help to discover your limitless purpose so that you can walk in that calling that you have. All of us have a purpose. We think that our job is our purpose. And it's not your job. What God has placed in you is purpose. So you, my sister, you are purpose. You are purpose. And when you discover that purpose that's in you, everything else is going to attach to you. Just like I was talking about that octopus, they're just going to attach to you because you are purpose.
I love it. You are purpose. We be trying to find our purpose in what we do when we are purpose. I always say God puts his plans and his purposes in a baby. And he puts that baby in the womb. Only way he get his purposes and plans in the earth is in us and through a woman. Because even when he came, he could have just been dropped down supernaturally, just like Enoch was just taken away. He could have just been dropped down, but he came through the womb, and he puts everything, his plans, his purpose, his salvation comes through the womb. And what comes through the womb? We come through the womb. And I like how you took your pain and you just ran with it. You made it your purpose. You know, there you are fighting for your life. And here comes like you said, the least likely singing nothing but the blood of Jesus. Isn't that something when you have saints that don't mind being saints, that they're not scared to do what they need to do in the middle of a crisis? Because somebody could have said, wait a minute, this is not church, it's those bold and brave saints that are needed in the earth. Those that don't care. I don't care if I'm in the workplace. If at the moment I get an opportunity to praise God, I'm just gonna do it. I'm that type too. I'm like this. God is my provider. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. So ladies, if you're out there listening and you get what she's saying, if you get what she's saying, self-care is not selfish. Please put in the chat, self-care is for me. Self-care is for me. Let her know self-care is for me, that you're interested, that you need some self-care teaching. And she says she's a coach. She's a dynamic speaker. Do you hear what she's saying? She's a businesswoman. She is an author. So she is somebody that you need in front. If you're doing a virtual event, please think of Miss Kizzy McCray-Sheppard. She will be perfect to speak at your event. So Miss Kizzy, during this time, we take like a 60-second break. So during a 60-second break, I give you an opportunity to talk to my audience. Make sure you put your contact information so it will be in this video. Whenever it's shared, it's in the video. And then I'm going to look on social media. So look, if you're out there, you better start writing what you got to say to her right now. Hurry up, y'all. Get the fingers moving. So Kizzy, go ahead, blow our minds for 60 seconds.
Ladies, if you have been limited by a limited mindset, by allowing someone else to place limits on you, connect with me. I am ready to give you the strategies and the confidence to move to your next level. We always say that the sky is the limit, but I refute the sky is the limit. Your possibilities are limitless. You can connect with me on all social media platforms as Kizzy McCray-Sheppard. Also on Limitless Possibilities Now. You can also find me on limitlesspossibilitiesnow.com. I want to see you win in life and in business. I want to see you create the table that you need, because someone is waiting on you to show up. You are waiting for you to show up, sister. Connect with me so that I can help you be all that God has predestined you to be. Sometimes we just need a little help. The same way I needed that push and I got help from my coach. I'm here to coach you. Let's go.
Let's go. Did you give your contact information again?
Again, you can reach me on all social media platforms as Kizzy McCray-Sheppard or on Limitless Possibilities Now. That's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can also contact me on limitlesspossibilitiesnow.com. Let's discover your limitless purpose and your limitless potential.
And you know what I like is the fact that you said limitless. And it brings me back to thinking about God. God
Yes.
has no limits. The only limits God have are the ones that we give him. And so I was looking at our chat and I see Blair out there, Ty, Katrina, hey ladies. And they're talking about self-care is for me. They get it. Self-care is for me. Ladies, I want you to get it. I don't want you just to be excited tonight and then you go back into that cycle of wearing yourself down. No, you are needed. You are valuable. Quit pushing your purpose and your plans aside. Let Kizzy coach you and show you where you've been limiting yourself. You like, my life is good. It could be better. And Kizzy is here to help your life be better, to help you come out that box, bust out that box, and just be free. Now, look, Kizzy, let's just quickly have this conversation about coaches. Now, I had a limited mindset. I did not have a growth mindset. I was like, I'm not paying anybody to be coaching me. I don't need a coach. I'm not a football player. I'm not sports. They need coaches. I don't. But when I connected to Sean Fair and saw the value of having a coach and having a coach, it has changed my life. So I was stuck. They see things, they help you see things that you can't see. They help you get past some blind spots in your life. If I'm correct, tell me. If I'm wrong, let me know.
So I would say a coach is a must, but it's having the right coach. Because I've had coaches prior to him, but when I connected with him, it helped me. How I like to say to people, we can't look back trying to go forward. At some point, you have to put the blinders on and you have to have a strategic plan to get where you're wanting to go. So everyone needs a coach to help them have that, to meet that where they want to go. And like you said, that box thing, we tend to put ourselves in a box, but God always told me to plan and that he is a God with limitless possibilities. He's a God that says when we connect with him, he says he is a God that can do all things. All things are possible with him. So I plant and stand in that because, like you said, God is an infinite God. He's a God of limitless possibilities. And if you believe in him and his word, you can't put him in a box. So when you limit what you're doing, you're saying, God, I'm putting you in the box. You're right here with me. But he's saying, no. I'm not bound by space or time. And so in order for you to see that and move beyond that limited mindset and move beyond the excuses, you have to have a coach sometimes. Because had I not had that wake up moment for me, I would have continued to just do a little here and a little there. I'll continue to mentor people here, mentor people there. But it was like, look, your life depends on you doing what I need you to do. Not only does your life depend on it, someone else's life depends on you doing what you need to do, what I have placed in you. And it's something to have a purpose, but it's a different thing to know what your purpose is. But it's a totally different thing when you're able to walk in your purpose. And that's the problem. Some of us, one, may not know what our purpose is, or we've discovered what our purpose is, but we don't know how to walk in our purpose. But you need a coach to help you walk in your purpose sometimes, because you may know it, but you may not know how to navigate to walk in your purpose. That's the difference. But when you walk in your purpose, you're powerful because you're doing everything that was placed in you that he wanted you to do in the earth.
Amazing. And so you think about this, our last comment, you think about sports. Can you imagine the football players is without a coach? They would just be all over the field. Coach brings synergy. A coach brings a game plan. They're in the game. They can't see what the other team is doing. That coach knows how to coach. So he knows, okay, this coach over here is thinking this. You wouldn't know because you're a player. So I'm here to tell you, since I've gotten a coach, I see the difference in people that have coaches, their lives, they're a little bit farther ahead. So sometimes you have to pay somebody, you have to invest in yourself. We're looking at, I'm giving money. No, you're investing in yourself. And so I'm just promoting being a coach, just promoting coaching because I finally saw the value. And I want other people that don't see the value of it, I want them to see the value of needing a coach. That might be just what you need to get to the next level. So we're on the second
Absolutely.
part of the show, and we just wanted to just hit on that because I feel like somebody is going to need to hear that somebody, God needs them to connect with somebody to help them. God didn't make us to be on an island by ourselves. God created us for connection. So let's talk about
Absolutely.
Daddy's Girl. First of all, I love the cover. That's what really drew me in was the cover, the colors, everything, the pictures. So you a co-author and
Yes, I
Daddy's
am.
Girl, and it released this Sunday. I wish it released now because I'm ready for it. Tell us about this anthology.
So Daddy's Girl is an anthology that a group of amazing women came together to discuss how it was for us after losing, for me, after losing my real life hero, for after losing my father, after losing a legend. Um, every girl, her daddy is their eyes beam for their father. And so we talk about those things and how we found strength in the things that our fathers taught us. And so it's 10 of us all together. This is an amazing, and I mean an absolute amazing literary project that we came together and we were very transparent. And for me, I pray that my transparency helps another daddy's girl who is mourning the loss of her real life superhero, and that the nuggets that I share helps her to evolve, per se. For me, I planted myself in Matthew 5:4. And I pray that someone finds that same strength that I found in Matthew 5:4, and that they begin to place it in their hearts and just listen at the stories that we tell. We've told these stories not just because we want to tell our business. We told these stories because we were prompted to do so, because we know that there are other daddy's girls out there. And we just want to be a blessing to everyone who picks this book up and begins to read it. And if you're not a daddy's girl and you're a man out there, you grab it and you give it to another girl who is a daddy's girl. And some people think that it's just about the physical loss, but you may have a father who you've lost simply because he has Alzheimer's. He's not the same dad. And that may feel the same, that he's here physically, but he's not really here. That's another type of loss. So I just pray that it's all that it is to us, that it is to someone who picks it up and they're able to read it.
You know, you hear a lot of people struggling with the loss of their mom. You know, how their life changed after they lost their mom. You don't really hear a lot of people discuss the loss of their fathers.
Mhm.
I mean, I know a few daddy girls. I talked to one on Sunday, and it's like her life kind of was on pause because she lost her father, and you can just tell it's just a certain look when a girl talks about her father, and you can tell that he was her hero. He was the first man in her life that she loved, you know, and that loved her and showed her how to love. A father is so important to a family because he establishes the identity in the family. Because think about it, the child don't take on the mother's name, the child takes on the father's identity. The whole family identifies with the father. So if the father's not there, there's something missing, especially for a little girl. She needs her father's love. No matter how bad her father is, she still wants to be pulled. You know, she still
Mhm.
wants to be a daddy's girl. And it's something about when a man, how he treats his daughter, the love, the care, and that teaches the daughter what type of man to look for. You know, so fathers, if you're out there listening, Be very careful what you showing your daughter. Be careful how you treat her mother, how you treat other women around her, and especially how you treat her. Your daughter is your most precious possession. I'm excited about the book, to read it, to be able to hear women lift up their father and to talk about how much a part of their life has changed because their father was a hero. So I'm sure in this book, we're going to hear some good stories, some that's going to make us laugh, some that's going to make us cry, but through it all, it's going to heal us. Even those like me, I'm not a daddy's girl. I really don't have a relationship with my father, just to be honest. I crave to have one. I crave to want to be a daddy's girl. My sisters are a daddy girl, but I'm not, because of things that happen in our family. I want to read the book to see what I miss, what I should have got. That's why I want to read the book. So I have to ask you this: how do you have this conversation that y'all come together? I can hear talking about losing your mom, but how did y'all have this conversation that y'all found all this to be in common?
So as you stated before, we're all connected from Let's, and we're in a cohort along with Sean. Sean is our coach. And one of our sisters lost her father recently. And when that transpired, another one of our sisters was like, why not, do a book together, an anthology project called Daddy's Girl. And that's how it came about. And not knowing that all of us that are part of this actually had, suffered a loss, which was, is rare that all of us that are part of the cohort actually have, So that's how it came about. That was Dr. Marcia. She stated that we should do that, and we all came together, and hey, we have a great masterpiece. We have a bestseller, guys. We just need you to go out there and purchase it on Amazon on Sunday. It is a bestseller. And you stated that you have that craving, you have that desire. The beautiful thing is that your father is still here for you, so that you all can mend whatever pieces. I like to think about it, as a blanket, and you're able, how they used to make the blankets back in the day. You all are still able to mend those holes that may be in that blanket. You're able to still mend it and to cover up in love. And that's the beautiful thing that you have, Karen, that we may crave, but we have the memories. Because for me, I was in my 20s when I lost my dad. My dad never has, been able to see my son, who reminds me so much of my dad. There's so many things that have happened in my life since I was in my 20s that he has not been able to share. But if I had 1 minute, if there was even a possibility that heaven truly had a phone line and I had 1 minute, I would try to tell him everything that has transpired over the last 19 years without him. I would literally try to in that minute. That's just I don't even know what other way of saying it, but just 1 minute.
So give us a nugget or two that your father shared with you that you live by.
I often play this in my head, and my father always said to me, along with my other sisters and brothers, he would say, "Thank God for Jesus." So I live by that. He would say, "Thank God for Jesus," whether it was good or bad. And to be honest, the last words that my father said to me were, "Thank God for Jesus." So that's the nugget. Whether good or bad, just thank God for Jesus, because he came here for us to live in grace. And so Even though I lost him physically, he was letting me know that no matter what's about to happen, I need you just to thank God for Jesus. So I thank God for giving me those 20 something years. My dad taught me how to drive. He taught me how to ride a bike, you know. So he gave me my very first best friend, which was my dog. So I thank God for Jesus.
That's the best advice. I'm looking at the comments.
Whew.
Marietta said that she was talking about coaching is needed, invest in yourself. And she said her dad was her hero. She said, I believe not having my dad in my life, I would not have made the mistakes I made as an adult. And he died in year 2000. So it's been 22 years. And then Gussie said, I wish I was closer to my dad before he passed away. And I remember me and you, we discussed it. And I had said, I don't know how I'm going to feel when my dad passed away because there's so many years we lost because of his relationship with my mom. And when I did try to build a relationship with him, it was like it was because of distance. He lives in another state, and honestly I haven't really made the effort. We only had one daughter daddy day, honestly, at his job. And the only picture I have of me and my daddy was a selfie. And we had a good time. When I left that, I felt like he wasn't my father, that he was my daddy. So I get it. I had that one daughter daddy moment and I felt good. It was like a completeness, because I grew up with no parents, And so I thought my father was dead, but the Lord had me find him when I was 30. So I get it, Miss Kizzy. I get it. Well, we're praying healing, continued healing for you, continued peace. And I'm praying that this book helps heal those parts of you that has been shattered by the loss of your father. But thank God we're never fatherless because we have our Heavenly Father. And so your
Amen.
daddy gave you
Amen.
the best golden nugget he could ever leave you. And that was your relationship with Jesus Christ. If he did nothing else on earth, he was here to connect you with Christ and to leave you connected with Christ. So, Miss Kizzy, it's time for our closeout. Y'all remember, this Sunday, go on Amazon, look for Daddy's Girl. Support Kizzy, support these other 9 ladies. Was it 9? It was 10 of y'all, right?
It was 10 of us total. Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
other 9 ladies that wrote the book. I met every single one of them. So don't y'all be talking about, can't know everybody. This time I do. All right, Kizzy,
Yes.
give us a 2-minute closeout. You can say whatever you want to say. And I'm going to share your website while you talk. Go right ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. First, as Karen have already mentioned, please go out, support us with Daddy's Girl this Sunday, the 27th on Amazon. And if you want your autograph copy, you can get that. You can pre-order on my website and we can have autograph copies. But what I want to let you know is that whatever has been keeping you from living what we say the best life, let's start eliminating those things. Don't let something that happened in your past keep you from going into your future. We often think about things that we failed at, and we think that, and you have fear of failure. But I want to let you know that to fail is only a first attempt in learning. And all of us sisters, we failed at something, but we learned from it. So let's pick ourselves up by the bootstrap. Don't be afraid to tap another sister on the shoulder and tell that sister that you need her. You never know who has the formula that you need to be better. That's one thing. The second thing I would like to say to you all, catch me and my husband on Limitless Possibilities Now on Facebook every Saturday morning at 8 a.m., where we have Jesus and coffee. And then every first Monday of every month, sometimes we move it. Last month we moved it because of the tea tree. We have a covenant promise. And a Covenant Promise Monday chat is for relationships, for marriages. We're just continuously evolving with Limitless Possibilities now. Connect with me. I would love to speak with you. We have some free stuff that's coming up. I'm going to be having a Fall in Love with You challenge that's going to be coming up very soon. You'll see things come out on Facebook. And I would like to see all of you beautiful ladies be a part of that challenge. And if you know that you need some one-on-one coaching, I do have limited coaching for a 3-month program that I have. I already have people that have already been registering for that particular coaching program. Go in, you can see that in the on the website. We have 6-month coaching program. And then I also have a cyber gift that's coming out for you for Cyber Monday, which is a one-on-one with me for Limitless Vision. And you get to do that for 2 hours. So you just go and extract everything that you possibly can extract from me in 2 hours. And we try to put together a plan. And if you know that you need more, then we'll just go from there. But my whole goal is to talk with you, to let you know that your opportunities are limitless. You're not bound by space or time. And all you need to get through the door that is for you, you just need the right key. You can't grab a handful of keys and think that you're going to figure out which one to use. You know, it's a little to move through all of them. You can't go and grab an old key and think it's going to open up a new door. So that's the same thing with the coach. Sometimes they got to perfect that what's already in you, and they got to help you get rid of the stuff that you don't need in order for you to go forward. And we keep talking about coaching, but I just want to say me connecting with Sean Fair changed a lot of things for me. I've been in so many publications I would have never imagined that I would be in, just simply by connecting with a coach. So, and as you can see here, Karen's putting some stuff up on the screen here. Also, go listen to my other interview there. I just want to see you ladies live your best limitless life.
Amen. Amen. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. I hope y'all got her contact information. Did you give your contact information again?
Yes. All social media platforms as Kizzy McCray-Sheppard or Limitless Possibilities Now. And you can also reach me on limitlesspossibilitiesnow.com. Hey,
Got it.
and I have the strategies. I'm going to give you everything that I have implemented in my life to help me go from full-time to part-time to PRN. Trust, verify.
So how do we get this Cyber Monday deal? I was listening.
So if actually the Cyber Monday deal is already available, it's actually available early on the website. So because I'm here talking with you all, you actually get to go in and get it early. Most people won't know that it's actually available.
Where do we go? Look.
It's up on the shop.
Oh, let's go shopping, y'all. Okay, let's see.
And all of my
right here. Go
all
to shop,
my
y'all.
deals are on there already.
Oh, look, y'all, we got the scoop. Okay. And so I see Daddy's Girl out there. I see your bugs. Keep going.
Right
Is
here.
this it?
Yep.
Okay.
It's 60%, save 60%.
Oh, it's
literally
197. Okay. Y'all got that? I took y'all shopping. We went to the shop. Here's our website. Boom. There it is. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Kizzy, I want to thank you for coming on tonight, sharing with us. I know it was emotional for you when you started sharing about your father, and I understand because he left a legacy in you. He left his imprint in you, his identity in you, but most importantly, he helped you to identify with Christ. And so tonight, everyone that's listening, thank you so much for being a part of the audience. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. And those that are daddy girls, make sure you get this book so you can see how these women are talking about their fathers and the nuggets that they got. And even if you're not a daddy girl, read it so you can learn about how that experience is. I'm not jealous whatsoever. I just want to know, how is it to be a daddy's girl? So I thank God for y'all getting together, y'all being obedient. And I thank you for teaching us tonight. There is no limits, because if we do everything through Christ and Christ has no limits, we have no limits either. So make sure you connect with Miss Kizzy. You've seen her website, you've seen her Cyber Monday deal. Trust me. Invest in yourself. Take this time. She's put this out here. She's giving you what, 60% off? You better go for that 60% off. So thank you, Miss Kizzy. And if y'all didn't know, this is her second time on my show. And before, she was an awesome guest, and now she is my dynamic guest. So Miss Kizzy, thank you so much. I pray and thank everyone that they have a great and happy Thanksgiving. Y'all, look, don't eat too much. But
Thank you,
enjoy the
Kaylin.
food. You
Thank
welcome,
you.
Kizzy. You have a great evening. I'll see everybody next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love you all. Have a good night.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yay.